Hello everyone, I am Sunil Kumar BL, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Canara Engineering College. I am handling Advanced Computer Architectures 17 CS 72. Textbook is Advanced Computer Architecture by Kai Ham and Naresh Jotwani. Reference book is Computer Architecture, a Quantitative Approach by John L. NSC and David A. Patterson. Chapter 2, Program and Network Properties. Under that, Program Flow Mechanisms. Contents are Control Flow versus Data Flow, Demand-Driven Mechanisms, and Comparison of Flow Mechanisms. Program Flow Mechanisms. In conventional machines, control flow mechanism is being used. The order of program execution is explicitly stated in the user program. In case of data flow machines, instructions can be executed by determining operand availability. Reduction machines trigger an instructions execution based on the demand for its results. Control flow versus data flow. Control flow machines used shared memory for instructions and data. Since variables are updated by many instructions, there may be side effects on other instructions. The kind of dependency may exist between the instructions, maybe flow dependency, anti-dependency, output dependencies. These side effects frequently prevent parallel processing. Single processor systems are inherently sequential. In case of data flow machines, the instructions are unordered, can be executed as soon as their operands are available. Data is held in the instruction itself. Data tokens are passed from an instruction to its dependents to trigger the execution. Data flow features. No need for shared memory, program counter, control sequencer. Because in case of data flow instruction, the data is within the instruction, so there is no need for the shared memory. And the instructions are unordered, so program counter is not required. Even control sequencer, because the moment data is available which within the instruction, the instruction get executed. Special mechanisms are required to detect data availability, match data tokens with the instructions needing them, enable chain reaction of asynchronous instruction execution. The diagram shows the global architecture consisting of n processing elements interconnected by an n cross n routing network. The entire system supports pipelined data flow operations in all n processing elements. Inter-processing element communications are done through the pipelined routing network. Within each processing element, the machine provides a low-level token matching mechanism which dispatches only those instructions whose input data are already available. Each datum is tagged with the address of the instruction to which it belongs to and the context in which the instruction is being executed. Instructions are stored in program memory. Tagged token enter the processing element through a local path. The tokens can also be passed to other processing elements through the routing network. All internal token circulation operations are pipelined without blocking. Here, one can think of instruction address in a data flow computer as replacing program counter and the context identifier replacing the frame base register in a control flow computer. It is the machine's job to match up data with the same tag to needy instructions. In doing so, new data will be produced with the new tag indicating the successor instructions. Thus, each instruction represents a synchronization operation. New tokens are formed and circulated along the processing element pipeline for reuse or to other processing elements through the global path, which is also pipelined. Another synchronization mechanism called the I structure is provided within each processing element. The data flow graph shown in the diagram has 24 instructions, which includes 8 divides, 8 multiplies, and 8 addition operations. A data flow graph is similar to dependence graph or program graph. The only difference is that data tokens are passed around the edges in the data flow graph. Assume that addition takes 1 clock cycle, multiplication takes 2 clock cycles, and division takes 3 clock cycles to complete the operation. Sequential execution of the 24 instructions on a control flow uniprocessor takes 48 cycles to complete, as shown in the diagram B. On the other hand, data flow multiprocessor completes the execution in 14 cycles, shown in the diagram C, by making the combination of instructions depending upon its dependency. Diagram D shows the execution of the same set of computations on a conventional multiprocessor using shared memory to hold the intermediate results. Note that no shared memory is used in data flow implementation. The example does not show any time advantage of data flow execution over control flow execution. Demand-driven mechanisms. In case of data-driven machines, it selects instruction for execution based on the availability of their operands. This is essentially a bottom-up approach, whereas demand-driven machines take a top-down approach, attempting to execute the instruction that yields final result. This triggers the execution of instruction that yields its operands and so forth. Reduction machine models. First one is string reduction model. In a string reduction model, each demander gets a separate copy of the expression for its own evaluation. A long string expression is reduced to a single value in a recursive fashion. Each reduction step has an operator followed by an embedded reference to demand the corresponding input operands. The operator is suspended while its input arguments are being evaluated. An expression is said to be fully reduced when all the arguments have been replaced by literal values. The second model is graph reduction model. In a graph reduction model, the expression is represented as a directed graph. The graph is reduced by evaluation of branches or subgraphs. Different part of a graph or subgraphs can be reduced or evaluated in parallel upon demand. Each demander is given a pointer to the result of the reduction. The demander manipulates all references to that graph. Graph manipulation is based on sharing the arguments using pointers. This traversal of the graph and reversal of the references are continued until constant arguments are encountered. This proceeds until the value of A is determined and a copy is returned to the original demanding instruction. Comparison of flow mechanisms. Control flow, data flow and reduction computer architectures are compared in this table. The degree of explicit control decreases from control driven to demand driven to data driven. Highlighted in the table are the differences between eager evaluation and lazy evaluation in data driven and demand driven computers respectively. The control tokens are used in control flow computers and reduction machines respectively. The listed advantage and disadvantages of the data flow and reduction machine models are based on research findings rather than on extensive operational experiences. Thank you.